Hello there and welcome back to War Thunder. Today I want to show you an exceptional battle that I had where it was rather unusual for my playstyle because I embraced a little bit camping, and I want to also thank one particular player in a Corsair that saved my life multiple times. And this is also a first off because you see me for the first time playing without a premium account. For the first time in 5 years I don't have a premium account, and that actually makes a bit of a problem in terms of income. We will see this later on in the results where it's really shown in a spectacular fashion. Furthermore, 5 years of premium account, knowing how to play, knowing how to use boosters and to play RRB with premium aircraft, and I think that gave me now a very comfortable, I'd say, pillow of opportunities. Currently I'm not quite sure when I will get back my premium account. I mean, there is still stuff left to research, like the Chieftain Marksman, but it doesn't really have the highest of priorities to being researched, so I'm not quite sure when this will come back. With the next update, I guess then I will have a premium account again if I go into grinding actively. However, let's talk about the Achilles. So we have a 50 cal, we're open topped, so aircraft are really dangerous even if they just have machine guns. Then we have a big 17 pounder at rank 3, battle rating 4.0. Here in this special version, the 17 pounder M10 from the 65th Anti-Tank Regiment. It's labeled as a tank destroyer. Here it sits in the tech tree. It was first available, if I'm not mistaken, with the introduction of the British. Talking about introduction, this 17 pounder was very often frustrating when I played it first, but now with the armor piercing buff, I think it really is a strong cannon, and you do a lot of damage to tanks even with a center mass shot if you do not directly hit the personnel in the interior of the enemy tank. The 50 caliber machine gun helps you defending you from aircraft and potato trucks, something like this. Also, we have 30 degrees of gun elevation, 10 degrees of gun depression, 7.1 seconds readout. All this is very good and decent, but then 4.2 degrees per second gun traverse, and this is really the crippling factor for this tank and the reason why we have such a low battle rating for that armament. You can see here with the shot mark 8 we have 171 millimeters of penetration power, and that's not really bad. Also, we have a good muzzle velocity, you have a good sight, you can actually shoot at long ranges, and I will demonstrate in the upcoming battle. Now, the mobility, horsepower to ton ratio is about 13 if I'm not mistaken, and that's okay-ish. Furthermore, 41 kilometers an hour forwards, that's decent, you'll actually reach it, but you have a very bad traverse of the tank itself and just 4 kilometers per hour backwards, so in typical British fashion this is bad. Your armor, not that it will help you, except here a little bit the gun mantle, because it's angled, there is a bit of spaced armor behind it, and in particular here, this structural steel called the gun breech. You see the knobs on the side, this all belongs to the gun breech and it will catch so many shots. So in theory, this is a long-range, hull-down, narrow field of engagement tank where it really shines. And it's really good in this matter, as I shall demonstrate now in the gameplay. So let's hop right into it. And here we are on Poland, and I am going here to see where I'm not really going into a city fight. I think there are too many city fights going on in War Thunder throughout the battle ratings. So I always try to escape this kind of dull kind of gameplay, especially if it doesn't really suit my tank. So, what is my plan? My plan is to establish domination over sea and probably, hopefully, counter-snipe here the guys on the ridgeline in the D2 area, something like there. And we can see that there are already people going up, one in a tier 1 Gepard, and he tries to shoot me. Now, while I don't have the strongest armor, it's good enough at that range versus a 20mm. So you can see on level ground the tank is actually decently fast, and also uphill it's not too shabby. I mean, it's not a Hellcat, but I don't expect this from this tank. As long as if I have a good cannon that can destroy the enemy, I think I can make a tank work one way or the other. So this is also quite unusual because now I actually get forced to stay in this position, be at long range and hull down. So it's a rather exceptional position, and you don't go into this or you don't get this opportunity that often. So there is a Stuk, we track him, and then we finish him off by a shot through the lower glacis, killing all 3 crew members in a row. Then we switch fire here to finally counter snipe the ones on the ridgeline. They have a very good position, they can hide the majority of their tank, just let the cannon stick out and then, well, just do their stuff. And in particular the Germans with their 75mm, sorry about this, they are pretty good. So we hit here this Stuk, and he's out of the fight for the moment. And there you can see now there are multiple enemies shooting at me. The 20mm is blinding me. He's really annoying, and he will stay annoying for quite a while. The Chaffee, well, he sneak peeked a little bit too much and we punished him immediately. I'm not quite sure how good this looks to you in your resolution, but this is how I can snipe. Once you have the range down, you can make it work. Now, usually I would range find here and adjust the gun sight, but I'm way too busy here shooting and keep the gun singing. We observe where are the enemies, and there is still the Stuk. So let's hope that we can get a shot into him. One final note is that at some ranges, particular up until we get here to this sniping ridgeline, the trajectory of the top mounted 50 caliber and here the cannon is very much the same. Now we disabled the cannon breach and the engine of this Stuk, but I don't have a clear shot at him, and now the little bit of lack of accuracy is enough to actually throw my shots off a little bit, or let me not finish him off. Now there is now a flak half truck with a 37mm, and we actually try to get him, and we hull break him by hitting the gun breach. So this is nice. Back to the Stuk, and now we hit the gun barrel. That's good enough. Let's just adjust a little bit. He's still disabled. German repair times. That shot went over, so I'm currently commenting a little bit on the shooting range, but this is just how it went down the battle. At first, trust me, it will get a bit different. So while I'm blazing away here the ammunition, my team did a good job at getting B, and we're still trying to get C. A is currently in the hands of the enemy, and I still can't get a shot in. That was kind of frustrating. Now I get here the trajectory down with the 50 caliber, and we get him finally. That cost a lot of ammunition, but you have a lot of ammunition in this tank, and now I was thinking to myself, well, what about this Gepard? He was really annoying. Can we do something about him? Currently not, but there is another Stuk. We shoot through the sides, and the ammunition didn't explode. Oh, that was terrible. A little bit further on the vessel, and we have our ace. 5 kills. That was nice. So this was now the exciting killing spree, and that was our 6th kill. So finally this guy is also gone. Now you might hear it, there are currently a lot of aircraft flying over, and this is a problem in this tank. While you can shoot at them at times with the main cannon because of your 30 degrees of gun elevation, which nobody expects, just like the Spanish Inquisition, you also have a 50 caliber that just aligns with the gun sight faster than on some other tanks with a 50 caliber. And there is a Stuka coming in. Do we get here the other plane? No, but he makes a shingles landing. Sorry about this. So we can see he's just going for the other. I tried to get in a shot, but we narrowly miss. Do we get a hit in with the 50 cal? Now he's aligning with us. and we shoot him down. Now at this moment I was not quite sure if it was with the 50 cal or if it was with the main cannon, because it happened somewhat simultaneously. Now two other Panzer IV F2s arrived here, and this was by far the very best battle that I had today, because I tried for a very long time to make this tank work. But if you have the wrong map, if you have just the wrong setup, if you get outflanked, there is not much that you can do. If you cannot set up yourself properly, then it's just not very well in your favor. I also had one battle at Kursk, and I did very well up until the point that I had several tanks from several angles shooting at me, and my team just ignored my helping calls and just let me die while I was still near our spawn, and they just were slugging it out in the middle of the map, and I told them to help me for 3 minutes, 4 minutes, and not a single one helped me. Ultimately the Russians overran my position, despite, you know, killing some of them even at respectable range. And then, you know, my team got surrounded and shot together from all sides, or shot up from all sides. So what I do here now is planning to get into the capture zone to refill some of the ammunition, while I hope that none of the Panzer IVs are shooting at me. There he is, and he just turned away the gun just before I knocked over the tree. Now here is also a very good position, but the capture ring is just outside where I could go hull down. From the other side, this is not so much of a problem. And I think if the capture zone would lay just 10 meters near our side of the map, it would be a bit more fair because of this hill that gives such a good hull down position to anybody. So I just have 6 shells left, and I do not really think that this is very nice to go in here and refill my ammunition under fire. So I have to wait. While this enemy tank here is spotted, I don't really feel like going into an open fight with a Panzer IV. One shell could end it all. And now the aircraft is coming in, and I'm like, oh, that's not good. And immediately, instead of trying to figure out what's going on B, I go below the trees from, you know, to provide soft visual cover at least, and hopefully that's enough. Some SPA is shooting at this guy, but it's not enough. But there is a blue arrow on the minimap, and the aircraft is firing at me, and now he immediately got the commander. And that's the guy that's, you know, operating the 50 caliber machine gun. So you lose one crew member and you have no 50 caliber machine gun anymore. But I still have a 17 pounder. God, that's hard. So let's see if we can align the shot with him. Now he sees us, now he fires at us. And I should have aimed a bit lower and the shot goes wide. Ah. It's either an F1 or F2. Not quite sure. And there is the Corsair. And this player, well, he acted really, really nicely. You can see the video is going on for quite some time. I'm not getting too many more kills, to be honest, but that's not the problem. I think I made my fair share of impact in this game. So the aircraft is going up, and there is the whistling thunder, or whistling death rather, and he kills him. Ah, that's nice. So that's the threat in the air cleared, and this is now where I think it's exciting. As long as you survive it, as long as it goes in your favor and adds up for the tension of the game, yeah, it's nice, but mostly that's the result, you know, where a 1-ton bomb lands next to your light tank and you're just like, okay. So here I try get back the commander and also to refill some of the ammunition. In the current state, I cannot actively help my team. So here, an SBA got hunted down by a Panzer IV F2. Probably one of those who was in the on the ridge line and then decided to go into the fight. Now he smokes up. And then I have the 50 caliber machine gun, so we actually can figure out where it is. We adjust the sight, he blind fires, but now my next shot gets the kill. And this is why having a machine gun is also very, very important. That was my 8th kill. As you can see, there are not that many team members of mine in the city. There are now 2 guys of our team on the enemy sniping ridgeline. But none of those is actually going for the capture zones. We might lose the game because of this, and this is really where I'm not really liking this kind of flanking with multiple tanks the enemy's team. I mean, if you can kill them all, you can win the game like that. And if then you can capture the points with ease, that's fair enough. But currently there were 2 tanks, which is 2 out of 3 tanks that we had on this side, right there. So, and the Corsair killed another ME410 that could have harassed me. That's his 2nd kill already. I really, really like teamwork. I really like air support. Oh, god, oh shit. And I lose 1 crew member. That's annoying. But, well, I still have now the 50 caliber machine gun, which is strange. Or have I? I'm not quite sure. Yeah, but he killed now the BF-110. And I write it in chat, Corsair, you are my hero. All those aircrafts could have easily killed me. And now, it looks really, really great. We have now 2 of the capture zones and currently are capturing the other one. But I want to play kind of this Overwatch role to just look out for the team. And what is that? What is that? Oh, that's not good. That's a German Panzerbüchse to my rear, but his APCR is really shit against angled armor. And so I get my gunner back and sayonara sunshine. I could have done it earlier probably if I had a 50 cal. So what was his undoing? Well, he didn't shoot for the engine. He could have easily shot for the engine, taken it out, and just outmaneuvered me easily, because I just don't have the turret rotation speed. I mean, you can calculate it through. For a 180 degree turn, how many seconds takes it if you have a 4 degrees per second turn ratio? Yeah, it's not really that fast, is it? So I'm standing still here in the bushes, try to get back some ammunition, and now the aircraft is coming directly at me, and oh, that was a small bomb, but gladly it did no damage, but it removed some of the trees and bushes near me, so I have to get into cover. Ooh, and now I'm really hiding from all the aircraft. And the second I would get out of cover, they would harass me. I'm just what aircraft like to shoot at with their machine guns, cannons and all. It's not really that nice. So I hope that the tickets will tick down and just that I survive it. I want to survive this game. With all the capture zones, I need to protect C, I need to stay alive, and just hoping that I get this game done. I'm not quite sure, but there is now 1 aircraft again in the air. And as we can see in the in-game results, he did a fine job, and I guessed it's a BF-109, and I actually pointed it out in chat. So if you have some knowledge about the enemy's position or composition or what enemy is where, just type it in chat, mark the minimap. it will help your team members maybe to, you know, get an ambush on this tank that you just don't have a shot at. And this saves maybe the life of this one tank, and then maybe he will save you from an enemy at your side. And all this is called teamwork. There is direct teamwork, indirect teamwork, but to watch out for each other is just something that you have to take into account. So the BF-109F shot down the A-36, and I'm not really happy about this. I saw that there was a heavy tank engaged, so I roll into the capture zone, and immediately a plane comes into my direction and shoots me. Oh, great. The second I went out of cover, really, you couldn't make this shit up, can you? And so I'm again running home to mommy, which is a bunch of trees. Well, it's better than your mommy, except yours, because the trees hide yourself from the aircraft. And you can see he's very eager on getting some bullets into my crew members. And now under those massive trees, he actually can't. But you know, it's not really the most engaging kind of gameplay. But it once again shows why I really like aircraft. Yeah. I hope I don't have to make here now a silent sarcasm. And now the tickets bleed down. Come on, bleed down. I don't want to get bombed. I don't want to get gunned down. I don't want to die. Let me survive the damn game. So as you can see, overall my team won, and there is one of the most exciting survivors that I personally had in quite some time. Oof. That was a long battle. That was really a long battle. It took me, what, 15-16 minutes? And then we have it. 1 airplane kill, 8 tank kills, and yeah, 38,000 silver lines instead of 58,000 silver lines. And also look at the research points, modification research points. 2,792 instead of 4,188. No boosters applied. And overall, for the entire day, not having a premium account, I could now get 112,000 silver lines. Now, I know Gaijin wants to advertise their premium accounts, and it's one of the best investments that you can make. But maybe also, if you win a game, just what you have gotten if you would have lost. And the other way around, if you lose a game, I would like to see what I would have gotten if I won that particular game. But I hope you enjoyed this rather long video, you enjoyed this rather intense battle. When I played it, it was very intense. And let me know what you think about the way that I played it, what the enemies did, how you use your M10s or your Achilles, and what do you think about the armor piercing buff. Let me know in the comment section. Anyways, thanks for watching, thanks for listening. Please give this video a like if it is, subscribe if you want to see more, and we'll see each other on the battlefields of War Thunder.